All right, we are going live. I believe that we should be feeding out to the people of the world out there. Bienvenue, welcome in back to the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. You are watching us live on Player, so we could host shooters like this. This is a very special shooter that BabyFace P actually worked on. Right? Look
and
at
you've
that.
never shot it.
You haven't? No. I'm waiting for us all. We need to get together to shoot this. Come on now.
We do.
Yeah, you need to be here. Walt needs to. Do you have something? What are you throwing up? Oh. Okay, here you go. So Patrick's throwing up. Walter's.
That's a funny Walter.
Walter's. Yeah, this should be mine. You can wrap it up and send it to me, Walt.
You have a piece of junk 32 that you need to go pick up.
Isn't that a 25? I thought that was a 25.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
25. You're right,
That was a
25, not 32.
Yeah. So you guys are joining us live on Player so we can actually hold guns because YouTube doesn't let us do it. So if you're listening to this on audio around the world, which we're like 500,000 downloads around the world of the podcast, over 1,000 episodes. Big shout out to the world. If you want to join us live. Oh yeah, Walter's showing something really awesome here. Go ahead, Walt. We're going to talk about this.
This is the Turk Nelly with the
that's the Turk Nelly, not the big sets.
Well, I got yours here too. Yours is here too. That's the first one I got up there.
Yeah.
But this is the
Turk
Sten
Nelly.
parts. The Sten parts extended mag tube.
Yeah. Regardless.
Actually, it's not extended. It's actually the way it's supposed to be from the factory. But due to our goofy laws, edicts, they have to come down to 5 rounds instead of 7. So
Corruption.
We fixing that shit right now.
Yeah. So anyway, to get back to my spiel, you're joining us live on Player. If you're listening to this on audio, you want to know where to join us live from around the world, go to Player/Who Moved My Freedom. We do put this up on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, you want to join us, come on over to Player, formerly known as Utreon. That's the place to see us. I did put up a video on Hank Strange, YouTube Hank Strange, a gun video, me and Walter, which we'll talk about that. But people are like, oh, wow, I thought Hank Strange had retired. No. Hank Strange is working 3 jobs. Still going.
Put out the pasture like an old broken back horse.
Yeah, still going. So it's going to be an interesting show. If you guys... Oh, crap. You know what? I just remembered. Where the hell is it? I don't have my button all set up. Oh, crap. What did I do?
Oh, everything's broken.
Oh, I just hit the wrong button. Let's...
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation. Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. By the way, this is my Carl Walther. Shout out to Walther, but my Carl Walther GSP. Right here, as refurbished by BabyFace P, and big thanks to, we'll talk about them later, but big thanks to Walther for sending us a new grip and all that.
Find you some parts, Those things are not easy to come by.
I think it was more than the grip, right? Yeah, it was more than the grip.
Grip and a screw.
Holy crap, what was that?
What the hell was that, son?
How many? What did you break?
I didn't break anything, but a large canine who I have locked in here with me, decided to tip over my floor. Hold on, my floor sweepings.
Oh.
Y'all see my floor sweepings down there.
Oh, right on the cameras. That is...
Big dog decided to knock the floor sweepings over, so...
Oh, okay. All right, so let's do this. There's a couple of things we need to get into here before we get it started. But let's do the jazz hands. Let's get this all official here, jazz hands. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is episode 1009 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I think we're going to do this one and next week, right? And then you guys probably won't see us until the New Year's. We'll come back in. New Year's Day is Monday, right? I'm not sure if we're going to do that day or not.
I don't know.
Depends on how the guys are feeling, who got drunk,
I might be...
Who got crazy.
Might not even be here on New Year's.
Yeah, Walt might not be here. Yeah. We'll figure it out. So this is Free for All Monday. The title is going to be, is the Cybertruck for gun guys. I know it's not just me out there loving the Cybertruck. Walter loves the Cybertruck. Patrick
Walter,
loves the
you and I
Cybertruck.
just hang out, let Hank talk for the next 2 hours.
I have him locked in. They want to talk about Benelli's. They have to listen to me talk about.
He's got to spew for a while. This Giga shit for a while. He's got to spew Giga shit for a while. It's either Cyber or Giga. See, all you do for Musk to sell shit is you attach Cyber or Giga to it, and some fucker will buy it. So
and I am that aforementioned person. So let me know. Let me know what you guys think out there. We're gonna. I mean, we don't ever stick to the plan, so we talk about whatever we want to. Shout out to everyone out there. I see 42 Chilled is out there. Cujo 74. Shooting Gallery LE. What he says, what's crack-lacking to everyone. Shout out. I'm gonna start this off though. Okay. This is something, I apologize, I should have told you guys on the last show. Happened a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, we did lose Vince Sheffalou, the guy from the ATF that you all have seen here on the channel. So rest in peace, Vince Sheffalou. My apologies for not talking about that before. Vince was a former ATF agent, Marine. All around cool guy. I know there were people who were mad at him being on the show here. We're not usually very happy with the ATF. He was kind of a different person, like kind of the old guard at the ATF.
He did undercover work and stuff. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was a gun guy, and he was very straightforward with us when he came here on the show. Took lots of blows for coming on here and talking to us, and even we had arguments with him and stuff like that. But he was a good guy. He was never mad for being here on the show. Always willing to talk to us even if we didn't agree. He's a really cool guy. I mean, I read his book. There is a book from Vince that's out there that I would recommend you guys read. I would say that Vince is like, he lived the American life. That was a guy who was a Marine. He has a doctorate, I think. Highly educated guy. Also was undercover in the ATF. If you I could show you his face. This guy didn't have to put on a special kind of mask to look like a criminal. I mean, he just looked like a criminal, but he was a good dude. Mm-hmm. So, rest in peace to Vince Sheffalou, and my condolences, our condolences to his family and friends, and I look forward to seeing like maybe a movie or something like that getting made about him.
Yeah, it would be a pretty interesting one, I think.
Yeah. Very cool guy. He was like a true smoker, true drinker, true motorcycle rider. Mm-hmm. Cool dude, man. It kind of, I don't know. Do you guys? It's
sad to see him go.
Yeah, I feel weird, man. Like we're living like we were losing people. I guess.
Yeah, it happens.
What happens when you get older, my friend?
Yeah. And he was, how old was he?
Good question.
He wasn't that old, right?
I would say, I'm going to assume that Vince was like in his 70s. So,
up there for living a rougher life, so he told us. Smoker, drinker, all the things that went with it.
Let's see.
Do you know,
he was born
this might be uncouth to ask, but do you know what got him in the end? Did he have health issues?
No, I don't know. I just saw a posting on Facebook from a member of his family. I believe it was his daughter. This doesn't say when he was born here. I'm going to assume Vince was like in his 70s, at least. So he seemed like he was in my parents' age category, probably later 70s. I mean, Vince definitely partied. He didn't get that voice accidentally. So I wonder if I could pull up his let me see if I could pull up his Wikipedia. He even fought with the ATF, by the way, if you don't know this. This is a guy who testified against the ATF. Yeah. Go ahead, Walt.
There's probably an obituary somewhere.
That's what I'm trying to find.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I did have it. Oh, you know what? I think did I put it I'm trying to see where I put it if it's in our chat when I sent it to you guys. But man, there's I'm really happy that there's videos that we did with Vince, and obviously there's his book, and he had his own social media and put stuff out there because he had a lot of interesting things to say, even the stuff that we did not agree with. So,
one of the things and we won't focus on it too much, but what I find with a lot of folks like himself, when you say and I think he said it, which kind of we never got into it really, is you need to get rid of the ATF, and his response was, "Well, who's going to do it then?"
Yeah, no.
And it's like, like, do what?
Yeah.
Do what? I mean,
to me, it's like the hammer to a nail. You're talking to somebody who lived the ATF for a long time.
That was the way he made his living too.
So that's how you think. When I had an agent here recently, in a good way, not a bad way. But he was an agent, and he believed in the mission of the ATF. And when you're trying to get specific licenses, I'm not going to argue with the guy coming here, to tell me yes or no on a license. But yeah, you could tell that's. People who work at Coca-Cola probably don't care that it gives you diabetes.
I think Walt's making a good point. Years have shown us we don't need the ATF, right? They haven't helped.
But what you just said is me back that up a little bit. If you drink Coke in moderation, it does nothing to you.
That's exactly right. You're right.
If ATF was just giving out licenses, that would be one thing. But when they've been weaponized, it's not the same. Right. That's the diabetic Coke there.
Yeah,
so, you're right.
You know what? And also, like as Vince said, like his time when he was in the ATF was a little bit different. I'm not saying the ATF wasn't
weaponized.
Yeah, it wasn't weaponized as much back then. They were just going after bad guys, people that were out there doing things that were actually illegal and bad things.
Right, that's not creating issues to have to go out and pursue. Which most of the stuff they're pursuing now is a non-issue.
Yeah.
So
but what is the point, Walt? I think you made a good point about this. What is the point of the ATF if the bad guys and criminals are still bad guys and criminally?
Well, you're always going to have bad guys and criminals.
Yeah, but it hasn't slowed or stopped it at all.
I mean,
and then really they're used to stop us. Right. 1776,
they were smuggling whiskey and tobacco and guns. What's different now? Nothing. It just the only thing that's different is the technology. That's it. No different. People are the same scallywags, same perverts, same badass people. Just have more technology. You
know what's funny? I hate to agree with Walt before we fight about the Cybertruck. But you know what's also funny? If you think about it, alcohol, tobacco. What's happening to my voice? Alcohol, tobacco, firearms are all genies that are out of the bottle and cannot be put back in. You could not stop human beings from making alcohol, from making things to smoke, or making guns.
We've been making low-level booze for 10,000 years.
They've been making high-level booze for a long time, too.
We've only been making high-level booze for like 500 years.
But we basically had a civil war with the people making their own booze back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
and it was totally useless. It was
colonial times. They were after those people. And you think about it, really, it's kind of silly.
It is silly. These things can naturally be made. I mean, firearms have been around for a long time as well, right? And you could wave a magic wand and get rid of firearms. It won't take that much for them to come back. For someone to, if you get rid of everyone that knows. Yeah. A tube, basically.
Piece of pipe. I mean, and it's not a real thick one, but if I really wanted to, I could at least get one good shot off out of this piece of pipe, And at that point, I'd have a law enforcement officer's gun then. So
yes.
I mean, you don't even need metal. You can do it from bamboo.
I can make it out of bamboo.
Yeah,
I can make it out of fucking anything.
Right. The genie is out of the bottle. Same thing with alcohol from whenever, I don't know how long alcohol's been. It's been longer. Obviously, there's documented stuff, but from the time you got a fermented fruit that made you high.
Fermented fruit has been around since the beginning of time, falling off trees. You see monkeys in India
Oh, fucking
meet the
trashed
little
out.
monkeys that they go find the fruit and then they get like drunk off it and wander. Humans have been doing that for tens, hundreds of thousands of years.
God created these things.
Distilled
I mean,
beer has only been around since about the 14th century.
Including guns, by the way. I mean, obviously people perfected
black
this.
powder.
But
Look
this
at
is
black
all
powder.
natural.
It's been around forever.
Yeah.
And the first thing we did is learn to kill each other with it.
Yeah.
oh, come on.
I mean, that's the first thing we did, period.
For everything, yeah.
You got property or a woman that I want, so guess what? I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, you out. So, but anyway, listen, just to close it, I mean...
Cybertruck.
No. I do want to say, I don't want Vince's passing to go unrecognized by the show here. He was a cool dude. And honestly, I was thinking, man, we got to get, you always go through like, oh, we need to get so-and-so on. We need to get so-and-so on. And I was thinking about
find
Vince.
out they're no longer with the living?
Yeah. And, so...
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Vince. So now we can begin the fighting. Well, let's start with what you guys got up to over the weekend. What you got up to? Oh,
I don't think I did hardly anything this weekend.
Apparently nobody did it.
Nothing exciting.
I wasn't feeling that good. So
I made a video
about
working on mini bike. I did that on Saturday. Oh, what am I talking about? Saturday we had a Christmas parade in Safety Harbor. They like to refer to it as the holiday parade, but the reason for the season is Christmas. So
right.
We had the Christmas parade, and then we had a gathering at my house afterwards, like we normally do. That went off without a hitch. Everybody enjoyed themselves.
You guys do military vehicles in this parade, right? I don't know if you always say that to people. Yeah,
correct. We had a good show. We had a lot of times what happens with the parade in our group is we have the vehicles, and then we have a number of riders, riding in the vehicles. People that just don't have vehicles, but they're friends and family and all that stuff, and they want to be in the parade. This time it was basically the owners of the vehicles and their significant other, and I let one guy drive one of my trucks with his wife, and I was in the Halflinger, and me and Peggy were in Spencer, and so we had a core group at the gathering afterwards, and I had leftover shrimp tonight from the barbecued shrimp that I made. Which normally my barbecue shrimp doesn't last very long.
It sounds delicious. I love a good grilled shrimp, skewered to grilled.
Oh yeah, and I don't. Here's my grilled shrimp. I have this tastefully simple seasoning salt.
That's all you need.
I sprinkle that on it, and I sprinkle garlic on. Olive oil on it, stick it in the fridge. I do that the night before. Stick it in the fridge, get the grill hot, throw them on, fire, brimstone, grilled shrimp.
There's a video series that a guy has put out, and I think I've probably said this before, but it's from one of the cooking channels like America's Test Kitchen or something like that. And he takes a meat, most of the time a meat, and cooks it like 100 different ways, and then tells you like, here's how I cooked it: boiled, steamed. Every single time he's ever cooked a meat, he's always said that over open flame is the best way to cook food.
The grill, the fire, yeah.
Flame is always the best taste in food.
And another thing that makes it good too is while I'm cooking that shrimp, there's chicken cooking, there's hamburgers cooking, there's hot dogs cooking, and all that smoke is all.
You notice we didn't get invited to this. We didn't get invited to all this cooking.
You were in St. Augustine. I was
supposed to be in St. Augustine. Yeah, I didn't go. I didn't feel that good this weekend, so I put it off. I did put it off. I know. I usually am invited. I hang out with.
Everybody's invited all the time. That's an open invitation. Sunday, I made that video. The mini bike. I made a front axle for the mini bike I've been working on. Made a little video about that, and then
it would come Monday. After that,
after
Sunday's Monday.
Walter just reminded me we did get a new grill over the weekend, over the weekend.
You did.
Yeah, was that a Black Friday find? Black
Friday-ish. It was on clearance.
Because summer's over with. That's the best time to buy a grill.
Yes, yeah. Marley and I are credit card people, so we put everything that we buy on credit cards. We have one credit card. Yeah, and then it gets paid off. I'm kind of crazy. I normally pay the credit card off once a week. You don't have to. but that's just I treat it more like a debit card.
You're good. You're good about it.
Yeah, we accrue points, and by the end of the year, we usually have a couple $100 worth of points. So we had $370 in points. So I was like, and I grill 4 nights out of the week. So I was like, let's go get a new grill. Wow. That's a good use of our money.
Yeah, you do a lot of cooking. Like with your pizza oven, you use that thing.
We do pizza. We were doing pizzas once a week.
Although me and Walter have never gotten. Have I gotten any of these pizzas?
I tried to invite you over for dinner, and you act like my cooking is terrible or something. You're terrified. You're terrified to eat my spaghetti.
I've been at your house and eaten stuff that you've made before. Don't you remember? I came to your place for the baby shower.
Yes, yeah, but that was
remember
how
your baby came into this world like a little prince. Let's say. Come on. You had about 3 baby showers for this baby. No, like 4 or 5 baby showers for this baby.
Oh, he had, Marley, mom's friends wanted to do one, and then we had one.
Exactly.
It was ridiculous. Yeah. No, I'm a very good cook. Now, especially now that I'm jobless, like, I'm picking up the slack of, like, no more eating out. I'll just cook every night because I got the time, and we got a grocery store.
You're
right
never jobless. Like, one, you got a job right here. I just don't pay you.
I just don't get any money.
So, speaking of that, and those fellows, the gentleman that came to visit you the other day, what's going on with the city? What's going on with the city?
So on the ATF form that he has to submit because the way it works when you're going through this, it's probably been a while for both of y'all. ATF comes, gives you a visit, and they basically give a yes, give this person a license, or no, we suggest not. I'm on the short yes list, but there's a box on his paperwork that he has to check off, and you know how pencil pushers are. It has to be done. That says, did you contact this local municipality, and did the local municipality say that this was fine? Here in Florida, as of 2001, Florida took over home-based businesses, so there is no more permitting allowed. Basically, they enacted preemption, like we have for firearms, on home-based businesses. There's no longer one municipality is no longer allowed to have different home-based business rules over others. It's like a flat, you can do it as long as certain things are agreed upon. So, I got a minute. But still, on the ATF form, there's a box that says, did the local municipality agree? So he called the local city. The city said, well, we think that's a fine, but let us look into it. That was a week ago. I followed up today, and I'm going to follow up again tomorrow. Basically, it has gone from the city low person all the way up to the city planner. The city planner, I believe, is going to tell them, yes, this is fine, and come all the way back down. It's just, you know how slow government goes.
Basically, you live in a communist hippie.
We do. We live in one of the more liberal areas of Florida, and if they legally were allowed to tell me no, they would try, but they can't. So
almost every city in this country that has a university.
Yes, I agree.
Tampa probably not. Well, Tampa is a little liberal too. Yeah, Tampa is. Yeah. But
we're going to take a break.
Tampa's a lot bigger than Gainesville.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. Boom, check it out. That is my Walther PPQ 22. Right
I
there.
Real quick. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna say real quick. For anybody out there that has a family, starting a family, I just got a picture on Facebook of the stupid freaking elf in the shelf thing. We are not doing that dumb shit. That is not a tradition that's happening around this house. It ain't. We're not doing it. Ain't doing it.
Okay.
You know what's more fun? Some mistletoe. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Some mistletoe.
Why are you mad at the elf? What did the elf in the shelf do to you?
You know how stupid this thing is?
Yeah, but...
Do you know what it is?
Yes, I know it. I don't participate in it either, but I see people putting the stupid shelf all over the place.
So the idea is, for the month of December, you're going to move this elf around and hide it. The kids have to find it. And the idea is like, oh, the elf is watching you, and he'll report back to Santa that if you've been good or bad. It's like, No, you've been a good kid. You're a good kid, and we're raising a good kid. We don't have bad kids.
Can I say something to you? Can I say
Go
something to you? This is racist.
Chill.
This is racist. Just racist warning right now.
What
This
happened?
Okay.
This is some white people shit.
It is. It's so stupid.
I don't remember this growing up.
We didn't even in the 90s. We didn't have this growing up. This is modern.
It hasn't been around forever. It's a recent thing.
Yeah.
It's more recent. It's really dumb. Have
This
you?
is really
You want to hear another dumb modern?
This
thing?
is about as bad as Kwanzaa. I think.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started. That's a
Not
freaking
as-
commie
Yeah,
thing, actually.
not as bad as Festivus. I approve of Festivus. Festivus is fine.
Festivus.
Festivus.
That sounds like
Festivus.
it got gas. It got Festivus.
Festivus
Y'all-
for the rest of us. That's from Seinfeld.
Y'all are in a different time of your lives than we are, but there's this. There's always bullshit going on, but there's this new bullshit right now called gentle parenting. Have you heard? Have you guys seen this? Have you all seen what this gentle parenting?
Oh,
you can
Lord.
find it on YouTube and shit of how to. And it's like, so the kid is pitching a fit, and the gentle parents
Yeah.
will be like,
This
"Oh,
is
I
why-
know,
Yeah,
I
this
know
is why
you
you
feel
see
mad
some
right
kid
now.
just really carrying on, and their parent.
Tell me about these emotions. Oh, you're having these feelings, and that's okay. But you
Shut
should
the
try
fuck
to-
up, kid!
Exactly. Marley and I are like, no, ain't no fucking way.
God
Stop
gave
your
you
damn
everything you
crying.
need. Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
crying about? Stop your bitching.
Listen, I don't believe in like beating up kids and stuff like that. I never had to
No.
do that with my children. But
Oh,
yeah,
no.
my kids getting out of control. One thing I could say about my kids: people that meet my children tell me, "Oh, they're so nice and well behaved."
Just because I put fear of God in them as a child.
You know, when the kid's on the floor pitching a fit, just walk away.
I'm one of those.
Just
Marley
walk
is the
away.
one.
Let them pitch a fit. Let them tear.
I'm
let
one of
'em-
those. Marley is the type that's like, oh, I want to say something, and I'm like, no, he can sit there and scream for 10 minutes. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. And then he'll learn he doesn't have the power there, and he'll stop.
Yeah.
I think once
Right.
parents do that, the kids. So kids, even though this is a child, they are incredibly intelligent, right?
Oh, emotionally intelligent. They
Yes.
know what's going on. They know how to
Yeah.
manipulate you.
They know if you're a punk bitch. They know this.
Oh yeah, if you're
immediately.
an easy mark, they got you.
Yes.
That's-
Absolutely. Shooting Gallery says, I call my family reunion Festivus. So there you go.
Festivus.
Yeah. And 42 Chilled said Hank's mother kept him in check. Oh.
All right.
Oh my
Also,
God.
you
Let me throw a tantrum with my mother.
You did get beatings, so
Yes. You will get beaten. You could be in the public square. The queen could be standing there. You know, my mother will beat the skin and the flesh off your bones and have no qualm. My mother would tell me, "Oh, they could come take you. They could come take you. I'll give you to them. I don't care what they do."
That's always real soothing too. And it's like, yeah, they can have you. They come and get them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the gypsies. You know, it's like, oh.
Yeah. But my mother was a professional beater of people. She was a teacher from the old school. You know, I mean, I was born in third world country. Guyana's a third world country. I mean, you could beat your students. My mother was a professional at that. She professionally beat her students. So when I meet her students in real life, they're like, "Oh, your mother beat the living daylights out of me." Which I always say, "Oh, cool. I'm glad I'm not the only one." So.
In the chat, you know, we're going to get back to the Cybertruck thing.
Right. Okay.
It weighs 9,000 pounds.
No, that's fake news. I saw 42 Chill put that up there. That's fake news. Why do you guys believe everything?
Well, it's on the internet.
6,600 pounds.
Oh, it's on the internet. It must be true.
6,600. Actually,
Yeah,
Tesla
light.
says it's 6,800 pounds.
It is lighter.
You know-
It is
you know what-
lighter than the Hummer E EV.
You know what? But
Yeah,
I
who
don't care
gives a
about
shit
the
about a
Hummer
Hummer
EV.
EV. Yeah,
think
that's exactly. Who cares?
I understand
Where
that. I get it.
that's actually a commercial vehicle. Oh, is it a commercial vehicle?
Yes, it still weighs enough where you can write off the whole thing. Yes, in a year you could write off the depreciation.
But no, you don't.
Yeah.
For average Joe that ain't writing nothing off.
Well, if you have a business,
Anyways,
Yeah.
whatevs.
if you have a business, yeah. It's listen, I looked at since we got into this, since you brought it up, Walter. I wasn't gonna.
Well, I mean, that's what you wanted to talk about. I know you want to talk about
But
it.
since you brought it up, Walter, I'll say this, and I'll show some videos because Tesla has all of this on the YouTube so that people can see it.
You see the window breaking?
The window
No, they broke
breaking.
the window. How'd they get it?
No, they didn't break. They didn't.
In their opening, they threw a chunk of something at the window that's not supposed to break, and it completely shattered. It didn't shatter and fall out, but it fractured like it wasn't supposed to.
Okay, that was 4 years ago. So,
why are you so you're defending this product that you don't even own?
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, it's 4 years ago. What Walter's talking about is from 4 years ago. They
broke a window.
Yeah, that was from 4 years ago. They did that.
It's just a window. Windows are supposed to break.
Yeah,
but then they went around the other side and they hit it. It didn't. So
hit a you know what I really want to see is throw what are they called? They're not ninja stars. Have you guys heard of this? Where you take a spark plug and you break the ceramic off the top of it. Yeah, you take the ceramic and break it. If you throw that at a car window, it will smash a car window so fast. I don't know, something about how hard the ceramic is. It will set off one of those windows.
So I'm playing a couple of things from this. It's got a special super hardened steel. So in this video that we're going to look at here, these guys shoot it. So that's what we're going to get into.
You know, as soon as the first balling YouTuber that gets one of these is going to destroy that car. You know.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Listen, in the presentation they did, this is what I thought was stupid that I don't think is cool from Tesla.
I think the whole thing is dumb.
They threw a baseball at the window this time instead of the steel ball.
That's so useless. That doesn't do anything.
That's kind of dumb. That's kind of dumb. But here's them shooting it. You could see here's the bullets from 9mm
with slow.
Yeah,
I mean that's still impressive. Cool. Sheet steel on a car will penetrate, but they're not using anything higher than pistol caliber.
No, they're not using anything going supersonic, right? It's all subsonic.
I think it's opened themselves up to stupid people doing stupid things.
But yeah,
are we talking YouTube book over chests?
No, I'm talking regular old people doing stupid stuff.
That's true about everything.
Yeah, not when you promote it as being bulletproof. That's not.
No, their lawyers. Their lawyers.
That's like saying my head is thick enough where you can smack me anytime you want in the head. It's going to be all right. No, it's like.
I think that's been proven by science, Walt.
I don't think it's good marketing myself, actually. So.
Yeah, I think that's been proven by science. I think your head has taken.
It's
quite
good
a few blows.
to me. I feel like it's good marketing in the sense that it's working. We're talking about it.
Yeah. So they did this truck pull, which is an industry standard thing with pickup trucks. Mm-hmm. And so they, it's like a special device that they use trucks. They use electric trucks
it's for tractor pull.
And regular trucks to pull. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they said that the vehicle that did the best on this was an F-350 diesel. So
a lot of power behind that, I can see.
Yeah, they beat that. They beat the F-350 diesel and anything else that was out there. And it's the size of an F-150. A little bit smaller. So, listen, I think there's a lot of good things about the Cybertruck. I'm into this kind of stuff. I'm a nerd. I like this kind of stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with. There's nothing wrong with us being nerds about guns.
There's I mean, let me just ask you something here.
We lost Patrick there.
What is the difference between the gun company saying, "Hey, my gun, this shotgun, can just flat do all this stuff"? Mm-hmm. Now, if you say that, they're going to come out and you say, "Well, you can't say that."
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, there you go.
I can run stuff over. You can shoot my car. My car is badass, and it's like.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying, Walt, what they do to the gun world, they shouldn't be doing. A lot of shit that happens to the gun world. Why is he
going to get a pass? Why is he going to get a pass?
I don't think Tesla. You're conflating Tesla and Elon Musk, which I understand, but I don't think Tesla gets a pass. Elon Musk and Tesla is one of the most hated companies by the media, by liberals, by also conservatives, gun people. Everyone fucking hates Tesla and Elon Musk. So I don't think that's true.
Well, I don't hate him. I just think when you promote something that way, I mean, it's like you're gonna.
So Here's how I am. If I had all the money in the world, I would be developing the stuff that I wanted, right? I don't have all the money in the world, so I buy the stuff that I want, right? I do what I can do, make money, and I buy the things that I want. I feel that same way about guns. I buy the things I want, cars, cameras, watches, things like that. If I want something, but I don't have the ability to make it like you do, like Patrick does, right? Then I buy that shit. And so lots of people in the world do that. I don't really, you know how many things we buy that we hate the people who make it, including guns. We buy guns that the people who make it even hate fucking gun guys.
I try
Is that
not
a lie?
to. I don't think I own anything currently. I'm trying to think of things that. I mean, I own a lot of Russian guns, which I guess they don't like us Americans, but.
Here's how this all goes. Russia. I don't really hate Russian people.
I don't hate Russian guns either.
I didn't hate Russian people when they were communists because most of them are just regular folk.
They have no power over that.
Also, Walter, you are also Russian, right? What's your background?
Ukrainian, right?
Actually, technically Ukrainian, yeah. So.
Okay, so isn't that where the Russians came from?
Oh wait, fuck! Hold on. You just. That's like calling a Cuban a Puerto Rican. Okay.
Or telling a Marine that they're part of the Navy.
A lot of Russian.
Or calling a Puerto Rican a Mexican.
Ukrainian.
You just crossed the line, brother.
It's different.
I don't think that's true. I don't agree with you.
They're Slavic.
And by the way, amongst Latino people, let's understand this. Most Latino people outside of someone from Spain, people from Spain consider themselves white and European. All the other Latinos consider themselves people of color, right? So that's just a language and a culture. They don't identify themselves as Europe. Some of them do. If you go to places like Panama, a Panamanian that looks like either one of you two would consider himself white, and a Panamanian that looks like me would consider himself black.
But there's Panamanians.
They will all consider themselves Latino.
There's Panamanians who were in Panama before the brothers
For sure.
and the white folks.
100%. Yeah.
So,
yeah. The black people in Panama came from Jamaica during the time that the Panama Canal was built. So that's where most of and then obviously there's native Indians in Panama and Guyana, for example.
The Spaniard-based Cubans are white folk, where the more indigenous, the I don't know, the darker skinned ones are not. They don't consider themselves white.
No, they would be. I guess they consider themselves like native Indians or Amerindian or however you want to look at that, right?
Yeah,
that's what happens in.
But
Guyana,
anyways, back to you don't go over to Ukraine now and say that they're Russian. That wouldn't be very healthy. That wouldn't be very healthy for you. I just say
no. They would very much hate you for it.
But a lot of Russians came ethnically from the Ukraine.
They're all in that same.
They're all Slavs.
Yeah.
So
and they're all European. Yeah, and they're all white on white violence, right? White on white violence.
There's no such thing as white and white violence. No. It's just violence.
I agree with you. It's human being violence. Yeah. So, listen, I think the thing that we're talking about here is there's lots of people, like, for me, I believe in freedom. We're all supposed to believe in freedom. It's not my business, like, what other people buy, don't buy, and all that kind of stuff. There's certain things I won't buy just because philosophically or either personally I know some of those people. There's some gun manufacturers I won't buy shit from them.
I agree.
Yeah. Yes. So, what were you going to say, Walter?
No, 42 Chills said the 3-motor options, 9,000 pounds.
Okay. I mean,
so okay.
I'll tell them saying that's heavy.
What are you guys trying to do? Save the planet? It's not. Look at Patrick. If you're looking at the stats, see what the weight is of the tri-motor version of it. That's probably the one I would buy because that one is incredibly. Oh damn it! That one is incredibly fast. There's a video that Tesla put out where, let's see if I can find it. They basically put up this video where they raced a 911 with that.
Pulling a 911, I saw that.
Yeah, they raced a 911 pulling a 911, which was cool. And, listen, I like first of all, I like supercars. You guys know that. I've had a supercar. By the way, cheaper than this would be.
On that.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't see, I'm doing a quick Google search. I don't see a hard number on weight.
Yeah, 42 chilled. I don't know if put the link in there or something like that. But yeah, so this is look at that. beat a 911, towing a 911.
Towing a 911,
yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of a supercar and a pickup truck. I've owned a pickup truck. Who's owned a pickup truck here? Anyone other than me owned a pickup truck?
I never have.
Yeah, so a pickup truck is cool.
Not that I wouldn't, but
yeah,
the
you just
suburban
never.
concepts always served me better. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never owned a military vehicle pickup truck, Walt?
No.
Really? Okay.
Well, technically, if you want to be technical, the Humvee I have is a pickup truck.
Is it? Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically,
that's what I was thinking.
The way it's rigged up right now, it's a pickup.
Yeah. So I've owned two. I've owned one. Both of them have been Rams, by the way. One old school one that we could drive wherever we wanted to, but basically it was for the property. I don't know if you guys remember that. I used to have it here. I even did a video with the Keltec guys where they were driving it. It was like a 4th of July.
That's way before my time.
Yeah, that's way back in the day. And I didn't really drive that around town, but I could. And then I owned a Ram Rebel. I love a pickup truck. I love a supercar. To me, this is like a nice combination of those two things. So that's what I like about it. There's a bunch of stuff that Tesla has done in this particular thing that I think is cool, like 48-volt architecture that the automotive industry has not been able to do.
I don't even know what that means. What'd you say?
So basically, all like every car, including the cars you have, the cars I have, they're all like 12 volt. But electricity. This is me explaining it, right? Which I am not an engineer or a scientist. But basically, the power that we use to power all the stuff in our cars, radios, etc. It's all being transformed all the time, right? Going up and down to fit the needs of what it is, and that adds a shit ton of wiring to a car and complications. They've made everything 48 volt in the architecture throughout the entire car.
The entirety of the car runs off of 48 volts, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Like all the interior, all the lighting.
Yes. So they're able to actually eliminate a lot of, like 70% of the wiring.
Transformers and voltage regulators and things like that.
Yeah, that's why it's actually light. It's lighter than the Rivian, which is electric, or the Hummer EV.
Rivian, Jesus Christ! We saw one on the road the other day. $100,000 car, ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think that's that. I don't think 100,000 is.
The Rivians start at like 82. I think.
I don't think it's a big deal.
You are so funny. Come on. And
100,000 is not a big deal.
Less
Oh,
wires.
you're saying it's not a big deal? You're crazy.
less wires in an electric car. So what does it have more of if it has less wires?
It has less wires. It has a lot of stuff. So do you guys realize
it's got a lot of batteries?
Yeah, of course it has a lot of batteries, but it actually has a lot less batteries than the Hummer EV or Rivian or the F-150 Lightning. So here's the thing. Before we go into the next segment, I think the Rivian is from the ground up. But the Lightning, the Hummer EV, those were all internal combustion engine vehicles. That's what they were designed to be. And then they forced batteries and all that type of shit into it. That's why those things really are not as good as they could be. This is something from the ground up. And I just appreciate that aspect of it, the tech and all that kind of stuff the stuff I like to geek out on with it. So, that's the thing I like, and Tesla builds like the safest vehicles that exist. All the Tesla vehicles are the safest vehicles that exist on the planet.
How much have they paid you to be a spokesman?
Nothing. They haven't paid me anything, but guess what? I own Tesla stuff. I also own Tesla stock, so I spend a lot of time researching all of this stuff. We're gonna take a break, and we're gonna come right back. So I do make money.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
So I see here that 42 Chilled says, what is it? I want a Gucci truck for under $20,000 and no charging. Yeah, that's just like Walter wants to buy an AK for $75, which will never happen. So,
Yeah.
Now,
Good luck with that.
someone likes to put words in other people's mouths. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. That goes. There's a lot of that goes around here.
That's you.
So okay.
I've never said that.
The thing is that vehicles nowadays are very expensive. I think easily I could buy a pickup truck. Let's say we're not talking about electric.
Why?
That for whatever reason triggers you guys. You guys are all triggered by stuff being electric.
Why are vehicles so expensive?
I don't give a shit. If I want something and I could afford it, what? So why ask why? Walter says this all the time. Why ask why? What the fuck is the difference of why? Why ask why?
Because there's no reason for it. Why is that Toyota that we looked at the other day $14,000, but we can't have it?
Government. Government.
So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do?
If we could, we should try fixing something.
Let me ask you something. The Toyota that you did buy, what does it cost?
What? I didn't hear what you said. What?
The Toyota that you did buy, what does it cost?
What does it cost?
What's the average? You don't have to tell us like what you paid. I don't
know. We paid $48. I don't know. I think
so brand new was probably like what, 50, 60?
50. I think it was close to 60, which is way too much. That's unreasonably expensive.
I agree with you. I should be able to go to Toyota and buy that for $10. That'd be awesome.
All right, let's change the subject because you can't talk. If it doesn't say Giga or Cyber, he's not interested.
No, I'm sorry. When we were talking about this, I believe I was the only guy that owned a pickup truck.
I should come out with the Giga gun and watch how fast.
That's what we need to do.
You should do it.
Those should be called Gigatubes. On the Benelli.
Yeah, you should do it. I think I remember. Didn't Demo Ranch do an electric gun that I was trying to get you guys to do one? Remember that?
God, an electric gun.
Yeah, remember that? What's that gun that? What is it called? Magnetic pulse or what was that thing? You know what I'm talking? That gun that shoots the disc. Remember he did a video like that?
I'll have a trailer with a generator behind me for when I go.
What is it called? Someone will tell us. But yeah, no, it wasn't that big. But it was one of those like a pulse rifle or something like that. Remember?
Yes, yeah. I mean,
yeah. I like weird stuff like that.
If that could be done, it would already been done.
It's not practical. It's not practical.
It's not practical. You can't carry it. You can't do. It's like all this caseless ammo.
We've been working on
caseless ammo since the '60s.
All of these things, we're basically hitting our max on electrical doodads
right here.
Until we improve.
That's not true.
I've heard him say there's not much more you can do to this.
You can't. With lithium batteries, there's not a whole lot you can do. We have to change technologies.
Do you know that? So like this, the way that cars use power today, like we were talking about 12 volt versus 48 volt. The auto industry has literally, you can look this up, you don't have to believe me. I spend a lot of time researching stuff. Like I said, I own Tesla stock. I put a lot of time into investing the automotive industry, period. I have an automotive YouTube channel. The auto industry has been trying to do 48 volt, including in the RV world, for 30 years. And they said it was, hold on 1 second. They said it was impossible. Here's the thing that Tesla did. They actually published the paper on how they developed 48 volt technology and gave it to the auto industry to tell them this is how we did it and you could do it too. Go ahead and please do it. A lot of people say shit is impossible. That's not really impossible. So I'm not telling you there's not a finite limit of everything. Of course there is.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but is it worth the effort?
Yeah,
that's a better question.
If I can produce a $20,000 car that I can't make enough of them because everybody wants it, does it matter whether it's 6 volt, 12 volt, 40 volt, 5,000 volt? I'm going to make the simplest, easiest to manufacture thing I can do and make money. I'm not going to try to make it twice as hard as it needs to be just because that's cool. I mean, I don't know. You can do what you want, though. I mean, you can buy what you like.
I think that we developed a lot of things. The phone that you were showing and a lot of stuff that we developed by pushing things. So I like that. I like people pushing the boundaries. I don't think you might think we've reached the limit of what we could do with these things.
Industry people say this is about.
And by the way, these phones are ridiculously expensive compared to, what the phones right before this, like regular cell phones, were, right?
How much?
no?
But the question is, how much more is this more than that? You say that regular cell phone that was half the price or a quarter of the
What
price.
was a regular cell phone back? Hold on, let me see. Like back in the days, you could buy.
I mean, a
what,
couple
cell
years
phone?
ago, they were
100.
5-6 years ago they were giving you phones to get you into their plans.
Well, we're back to that again.
And they do now, yeah.
Yeah, we're giving them away again.
But
that's because nobody's got money for this silly shit.
Yes,
anymore.
I think so too.
It's a little bit more than that. Like Apple is eating about, I don't want to say $1,000, but they're probably eating at least like $300-400 to
on
give
a
us
phone.
these
No.
phones. You think it's more or less?
I'm thinking 150 max is what they're paying for everything. I think
we can look that up. But remember, they make money on the apps and all that. Like anyone who sells you an app,
but
Apple gets 33% of that if they sell you an app, and even the people who sell you the phone,
true. They own
money.
The infrastructure. But the wholesale cost on all of the parts, I thought was like $103 or something. If you were to go to Qualcomm or to whomever and buy the pieces individually,
I think
it was like $103.
So I was looking at this document, not the documentary, but there was a thing that was talking about Temu. Have you guys used Temu? Put your hands up if you bought some shit from Temu. Who's bought some shit from Temu? That's Temu, Walt.
I've been very hesitant because I hear it's a lot of scamming.
It is. They have found that the app is
crap.
Basically Chinese spyware.
It's malware, it's backdoor stuff.
Yeah,
but
don't do it.
Here's the thing with Temu, right? Temu is an app that you can get, and it's like social media, but you could buy shit. There is a lot of cheap shit on there that you can get that's coming from China. Here's the big issue with it, outside of what Patrick is saying. That stuff in China is literally being made by slave labor.
Yes, yeah.
Americans
don't care.
And here's the other thing.
Americans don't give a shit.
And no, yeah, of course they don't. But here's the other thing. So when they import it in, because of the nature of how they're importing it and how all the stupid laws go with this, they don't have to pay the taxes and duties on that Apple would have to pay when they import stuff that they're making from China. So that's why those things can come over here real cheap, because they're single things. Versus Apple's going to make like a smartwatch, an iPhone or something, and they might make it for $150 in China, but by the time it gets to America and they go through all the things they have to go through there. By the way, Apple is not even an American company. Most people don't know that. It's actually a Irish company. But by the time everything, we talked about this before, you can look it up. Apple's actually headquartered in Ireland, I think. It's not in America. So by the time they bring things in and they pay all the taxes and import duties, then that 150 probably goes up to like 3 something. But Temu doesn't have to deal with that shit. So that's why they're bringing in all the cheap stuff. And
here's one of the things though, is the answer, should we just get rid of a bunch of these stupid ass import taxes? Like
always the answer is get rid of the
US government.
Yeah.
If everybody else let us import our stuff into China for
exactly,
example,
well that's true.
With that concept, well, let's put a tariff on theirs. Well, for someone like myself who makes things out of metal, we pay probably sometimes 3 times as much for that same piece of metal as they pay in South America or Central America.
Yes, absolutely.
Europe. Because
do you have to pay tariffs also when stuff goes overseas, Walt, or is that like someone else who's actually doing that has to pay that? How does that work?
Somebody else. I mean, I haven't had to deal with that any of that stuff, but that was just tariff. The last tariff thing was Trump's idea. He pushed that tariff. But you're completely okay. So if I want to import, for example, a bunch of Chinese-made diesel engines, I got to pay 25% tariff on top of everything else. So the people that are selling those here in this country are the Chinese selling those here. The companies they set up, and they don't have to. Well, they have to pay. I guess they got to pay something when they bring in the country, but they don't have to. They're getting it at their cost in China.
Yeah, they're not paying something if they bring one thing. If they bring multiple at the same so it depends on who's warehousing it. So right now the government is planning on changing the laws, that's going to work. That's going to work awesomely. But they're planning on changing the laws because, yeah, if they import that stuff, they don't have to. Okay, I think we're good. We're feeding out here to the folks out there, Walt. It may just be me and you right now.
Okay.
All right. I see shooting gallery and 42 chilled. So there we go. Oh, and here's Babyface P.
So I gotta completely get off player and get back on.
I blame Babyface P for all of this. There you go. Can he hear me? I don't know if he can hear me or not. Can you hear me,
Elon
Patrick?
must have.
I can hear you guys. Yeah.
Oh, I said I blame you.
Oh, I heard you say that. I just ignoring you.
Huh?
I'll take blame. Was my iPad.
I heard it.
Yeah, Lola said it was her iPad, but I'm not sure what happened with it. So we'll see. That's what we were using to do the internet. I wish that the Starlink would frickin' be good enough for us to do this thing.
Yeah, that's a subject I want to mention too, real quick.
Okay, go for it.
You know, I remember not too long ago, and they still hear about it, people complaining about all this junk in space.
Okay.
Oh, we got too much junk circling the Earth. Too much junk circling the Earth. I think when the complete Starlink constellation's up, I heard him say the other night when I was watching, because I watch all that stuff, 5,000 satellites?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. If you watch them cruise through the sky, it's really neat, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but 5,000 more pieces of stuff. Now, that's not including all these other constellations that are going up from the other countries, other people, other companies. Yeah. So what happened to the concept we have too much junk up there? Why?
I think the people who are complaining about that, and I think in some aspects it's the folks who are looking into the stars and stuff like that. They say there's a lot of light pollution, etc. from all of that. No matter what, we would have a bunch of stuff up there. I don't know if it's just from Starlink because we've got a shit ton of satellites.
No, it's not.
Have you guys ever seen an accurate depiction of what the low Earth orbit looks like right now? Yeah. Like the space debris and shit that's up there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's amazing that we can see the stars at all. It is like a cloud of garbage surrounding the planet. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But most of it, if it comes back down to Earth, will burn up, and eventually all of it will do that.
They're talking about burning up the space station, the ISS.
Yeah, and I think that they can come up with ways of cleaning that stuff up if they want to as well. I would say they could probably do that. You can have space garbage trucks.
You can have your cyber garbage man up there.
Right, exactly.
It's like, hey, I get Sanford and Son cyberspace thing.
Yeah. You should do that, Walt. Build some rockets.
You know what would happen? You know what'll start to happen though? When you go up there and start grabbing the good old stuff, those people will say, "That's my good old stuff. You can't have it."
There's got to be a lot of money. Like the stuff they used to make those things has to have a lot of gold and silver.
A lot of gold, a lot of silver, but a lot of real hazardous, badass chemicals. In those
for sure. And probably some shit they don't want us to see.
Well, what if you go grab some country's old spy satellite?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's world. That's fighting stuff. White folk fighting again.
Right. White on white violence.
Yeah. Come on. Well, I don't see. Yeah, I'm not going to even go there.
But you know what though? There's a price for everything. That's how I feel about that. So I'm not saying that it's not. I'm sure it's some kind of issue, but there's a price for everything, and you have to figure out how to deal with it. This is the thing. I don't like electric stuff, for example, because I'm trying to save the planet. I think there's a price for everything that we're doing, and I think we've made internal combustion engines very clean. They could be cleaner than they are if we use more compressed natural gas or propane. They could be 50% cleaner, for sure. But they're not as bad as they used to be. So, but everything has a cost. So if you do electric, it has a cost. If you do this, it has a freaking cost for us to do anything. Everything in life has a cost. There's nothing that you can do that there's no price for it.
Absolutely.
Right? Mm-hmm. How much are you going to spend to go retrieve space junk?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's not.
Not yet.
I mean, now I guess the Hubble Space this telescope is in a safe mode right now because it's having some issues. So what is it? I don't know if Musk and his bunch have said they're going to go get it, or another one's are going to go get it repaired or something. There's talk about it. It's kind of cool, that whole idea of going up there and rescuing
and grabbing
things
up that
saving
stuff.
things.
Remember that James Bond movie? Was it Moonraker, where they had a spaceship that was eating other spaceships? Wasn't that Moonraker?
That's
Yeah.
not far fetched, my friend. What do you?
I don't think it is. Let me see if I can find.
I mean,
that.
you just go up there and you to disable another space satellite, you just take a metal rod and jam it into it. It's done. So, I mean,
Night Train says, I still question if we actually landed on the moon.
Okay,
if we did not land on the moon, the Chicoms or the Russians would have proved it to us by now.
I believe that we did, just because of the technology that we had. We had to develop some kind of technology to do that.
Some kind of technology. We helped a century's worth of technology in 10 years.
Yeah.
A century's worth.
Yes. But that's why I think this kind of stuff is cool and pushing the boundaries. Is it for everyone? No. Is everyone going to be part of that? No. But I want to live my life and have an interesting life to me, and because it doesn't, I could have a kajillion, billion, kafillion dollars when I die. It's not going to do shit for me. I can't take it with me. And so, I mean, I
Octopussy. There
look, this is what I was talking about. This is from
now that right there is not far fetched, and in today's world, it's not far fetched at all. So
yeah. Remember it was far fetched for a rocket to take off and then land back down. Right? That was far fetched.
That just needed someone actually needed to try to do it like they did. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to try to do some things and push the boundaries and stuff like that. But that's not for everyone.
One of the other companies is talking about launching a rocket to do a similar kind of idea where the front opens up and the payload comes out the front. If I'm not mistaken, I forget which one.
Or lasers.
I prefer when the back opens up and the payload goes into it.
Oh, you do? That's what I heard about you.
Not my back. No, somebody else.
Not my payload.
Speak of the devil.
Okay, I could not freaking help that one, Patrick.
That was a good one. That was a wide open.
You just walked right into that one. You backed right in.
No. That is other people's.
No.
She's leaving me now.
Oh.
She doesn't have any clue what I'm talking about.
Marley came in and heard that, and she was like, I don't know where this is going. But you know what? Here's the thing. Like, so for example, we were talking about reaching the extent of what you do. Do you really think as gun guys that we've reached the extent of what we could do for guns?
To an well, casings, the chemistry that goes into powder and casings and things like that, kind of, yeah, we kind of hit a wall.
At what? Okay,
at what cost?
Prime example is this gun right here.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example.
AK.
Okay. The Russians
invented by. Okay.
The Russians don't start all that German bullshit. The Russians have made all kinds of modernized, faster shooting, all these other gizmos for the AK. But when it comes down to it, in the end,
everybody's still running an AK-74.
This gets the job done. This gets the job done at an affordable price.
Yeah.
The AK is one of the most brilliant inventions in the world. But I'm sorry, 100%. The Russians obviously didn't do it. Because they haven't been able to make anything better. Americans, Browning, all kinds of people that we could mention here have done better. Like, well, he's not around, but obviously we've improved on invention.
We still use the 50 cal that Browning made.
I think Hank Strange needs to do some of that researching you do on the cyber stuff on Russian firearms, and I think you'll be a little surprised, actually.
Oh, really? So everything's not a derivative of an AK? Since the AK? Okay. Right. I mean, they're brilliant.
A lot of it is.
They're brilliant with cars. The Russians are brilliant with cars, man. When the Russian cars are going to save the planet.
What in the fuck car have they ever made that was good?
No. But yeah,
that's one area the Russians are not brilliant at. So,
but look, the AK is brilliant. The AK is brilliant, right? It works. But does that mean that's the end? Does that mean that's the end, though? You really think
I'm not saying it's the end, but at what point? I mean, all these gizmos and electronics and all this stuff, and touch it, make it shoot, and all this stuff. Does it make it any better?
They're working right now
in the field. In the field, when
They're-
it's 30 or 40 below zero. And
I don't think I want my
Afghans-
guns to be electronic. No, if
The
to answer your
Afghans are a
question, I
prime
would say no.
example of we have superior everything, but we fought them for 20 years and didn't win.
Yeah, I don't. So I don't
It's
know
'cause simplicity wins.
who out there wants their guns to become electronic. I know that's one thing I don't. want.
No. Yeah.
Well, if
I
it's
don't.
electronic, then some Chicom can turn it off with their Timu or Tibu app that the chip they put in it that's got the spyware in it. So,
but we still have other technology that even now we're pushing with guns. We can push metallurgy and
there's
stuff like
materials,
that. Different
and
other
stuff like
materials.
that. But
ways of manufacturing we could do. We can make things lighter
to some extent. To some extent.
Yeah.
I mean, we've kind of hit the peak with a lot of different things, like
throwing a projectile. You're saying we've hit the peak.
throwing a projectile, but even yes, you can make unobtainium steel mixed with aluminum and magnesium that has the perfect properties. But $1 million a gun, is that worth it? Like, who cares
in the
if
end,
it's
do you get a better product at a better price?
Yeah, do you actually get anything better? Not really.
No, not really.
We've really maxed out what.
Okay, so is it time for lightsabers?
You
And
can't
laser gun.
tell me.
Is it time for
If
lightsabers and laser gun?
if it was a time for lightsabers, you'd already have a lightsaber, my friend.
Yeah, not possible.
You can't have. Tell me how you're gonna.
I don't know. We would need a real small nuclear
The science, no,
generator.
That
basically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to be able to make lightsabers like they do in Star Wars with a freaking it's not a dilithium crystal, but some kind of crystal, right? What is
science
it?
of the lightsaber, you can't do it. So not on this planet, you can't do it. So don't shake your head. You can't do it.
Yeah, but
so,
we could do some stuff. Maybe not lightsabers.
Yeah, I can too. I can throw some light with some tracers too.
Yeah.
So well,
it's not as practical.
There's no cheating physics on this dimension on this planet. There's no cheating physics.
Yeah. Now we do have lasers, though. We do have lasers.
Well,
and we do have powerful lasers, but we don't have smaller handheld lasers. That's what we're saying. Not yet. We don't have.
Not yet.
We'd have to develop a technology to where you can really have a transportable, if not handheld, like something the size of like a bazooka, maybe for a laser. That's still high technology for us to develop.
I mean, speaking of bazookas, you're pretty hard. You'll have a hard time beating.
We're maxed out on
simple rocket technology like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for mass production and
yeah, we're maxed out. Yeah, see, there's the other thing about guns is you got to meet mass production. You got to make it. Can a peasant in Kyrgyzstan use it? There's a bunch of stuff that goes into it more than just.
What about gas?
I mean,
can we use gas to make the shit we want?
We came out with that. We came out with that grenade launcher machine gun combo thing with all the sights and all this stuff, and that HK came up with it. You think, and it's like, what the fuck were you thinking?
What are you talking about?
Carry the thing.
Which HK is that? Is that the one that shoots around the corner?
No. Combination of a rifle, a grenade launcher, had this fancy ass optical sight system, and
yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And it was just whiz bang gizmos that just.
Yeah, if someone knows the name of that, let me know what the hell it is.
It wasn't practical.
HK, you're saying.
Okay. It's a caseless ammo. They've been fucking with caseless ammo since the 60s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they just won't give up on it. They just,
Yeah.
The polymer cased ammo they make lately. That's been all the rave too, and they make it sound like that's new. But 20 years ago, I was shooting polymer cased ammo for a while. A company came out and it was available. I went through 1,000 rounds of polymer cased ammo, and then it went away.
So
I've never shot any before.
Do you guys remember a couple of weeks ago I sent you this thing where this guy was like welding with some kind of laser looking thing? Do you remember that?
Yeah, Walter bought one.
Okay, what the hell is that?
It's a laser welder, is what it's called.
What is it using? Like a gas or something? Or
no, it uses a laser.
It's a laser.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it uses a
melt metal and stuff.
The laser isn't doing the. How do you explain it, Walter? It's not laser that's like it's not like Star Trek laser welding. It's the laser heats up your seam and
I mean,
deposits the metal on it.
Yeah,
Like,
what the hell was that? What's the name of that thing? Just so I can find it.
It's called a laser welder.
Laser welder, okay.
Yeah, you'll find
it's a
it.
thing.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and but I mean, you can shoot kind of a little bit of a it'll take rust off. You know, like you've seen these things where they're burning the rust off. And stuff.
Those laser, those things are cool as hell.
So I see low cost laser welding.
Yeah, well, Walter, I thought you said you were getting one.
My son is working on that. I don't.
Okay,
last time I mentioned it
cool.
to him,
I would love to see it.
Oh yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have it yet, right?
No, I don't. No.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find a video. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just lasers are cool.
Yeah,
lasers need a. Well, I mean, you can have handheld lasers, and do all kinds of things with them. But
this goes back to my point that
like this,
the technology in lasers is awesome, but our capacity for energy is we're maxed out on.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes back to that whole thing with
that's portable. That's portable.
Portable, yeah.
And all the batteries. I mean, who brought up the thing about this a little while ago? Somebody said, "Oh, that's slave labor making your stuff in China." Mm-hmm. Well, and who's digging up this lithium in a lot of places?
Yeah,
close to slave labor.
Little black kids in Africa.
Yeah.
So
Africa,
I mean,
most of that stuff is in is in West Africa. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And little black kids run by big black adults working their ass off, digging the lithium up so that somebody can have
AKs.
Yeah.
I mean, if we ever actually, this is the reason why we need a time machine so we can actually settle some of these things. Go get in the time machine. I believe this is a little bit weird, but I believe that the aliens everyone's seeing is us from the future getting in a time machine, trying to go back and see, we're having an argument here about the past, and I think it's the three of us getting in a spaceship, going back in time, but we're looking weird to the people when we're doing shit.
Aliens, Bigfoot, Mothman, the walkers on that skinwalkers, angels and demons are fourth dimensional creatures that pass in and out of our time frame.
Fourth dimensional creatures.
Yeah, skinwalkers are definitely a thing. That's a thing that's in Guyana. There's skinwalkers. It's called old hags.
Yeah, it's real shit. It's terrifying.
Every culture,
also, don't fuck with demons.
Every culture has a skinwalker, by the way.
I'm gonna go to a haunted house and screw around and screw with this demon. No, don't do that. It's not smart.
There are actually demons. All kidding aside, there are demons. Demons is for real shit.
Do you know where they all live? Fucking DC. And I'm only partially kidding here because I think some of them really are.
I am not.
And
kidding.
Carjacking FBI agents.
Oh my God, we didn't talk about that yet, did we?
God, oh Lord.
No.
We need to talk about that.
Is that even embarrassing to an FBI? Let me see if I can find it.
So, did they actually carjack them and take the vehicle, or were they stopped by the FBI?
I don't know the details.
No, I don't think they were stopped from what I saw. I'm trying to see if
they actually took the FBI vehicle.
Let's see. Hold on.
Man.
When did I send that to you? I remember sending it to you.
That was last week sometime.
Yeah. I think they got their shit stolen. I think they got their car. I think the agent gave up. Let's see. Here we go. I think the agent gave it up. Let me see if I can.
I mean, they always tell you just
FBI special agent carjacked in Washington D.C. An FBI special agent was carjacked at gunpoint in Washington D.C. Wednesday afternoon, according to multiple law enforcement sources.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist.
All right, so here we go.
The dingus is that the FBI let themselves get
so it says here, the agent was driving a blue Chevy Malibu, which contained the agent's body armor and radio when it was stolen, sources said. The agent was not harmed. I don't know if the agent was armed. The car was recovered a short time later, sources said. So, and they're investigating it. The FBI confirmed it. So it did technically get carjacked, and then they recovered it. But they're not mentioning whether or not there was guns involved in that. I'm going to assume there probably was. Right? You'd have to say it.
We know they didn't use. He didn't. The agent doesn't. We don't know if it was male or female.
No, they're not saying that here either. But I'm sure we'll find all of that.
Obviously, nobody used their gun to try to fend off the carjacker. So
obviously not. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Don't you remember some Secret Service guys had to open fire on some dude?
For looking in Biden's car or something like that? I don't remember.
Biden's niece's car. Biden's niece,
yeah,
I think.
Right.
It wasn't even...
Was it a niece or the granddaughter? I think it was... Okay.
Maybe a granddaughter? I don't know. Whatever, but they shouldn't be using their firearms when somebody's breaking into a car when nobody's... That's not... You can't do that. I just say
in a residential neighborhood, so I think they just got lucky and no one got hurt.
You tried doing that. I saw him. He was breaking into Patrick's car, so I shot at him.
Yeah, you'll be in prison real fast.
Yeah, you'll definitely lose your. Yeah, they'll definitely come and try to take your gun rights. That's what they did to a guy in New York or someplace, right? That tried to defend his family recently.
Oh, they threw his ass in prison, and then he got out. He was in Rikers, remember? Or the one that was at the bodega.
No, that was with a knife. I think there was another incident.
But he was being attacked.
There was another incident recently where they locked up a guy, I think, that used a gun in New York City or someplace like that. Oh, by the way, I do want to talk about this. There is a video out.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, from Walther and myself. This is with a collaboration with Barnauls, which we've got a code for Barnauls. I think it's Strange 10. And what is it? FM products, right? So go ahead, talk us through this, Walt.
Yeah, FM products, Foxtrot Mike 102, which uses the AK 102 style magazines. That's in 5.56. As you can see from the photos there, it doesn't have a buffer and spring in the back, so you can put a folding stock on, or you can have it as a pistol.
Yeah. It takes is it a regular AK mag or no? Yes, right?
It's a 102 mag.
102, yeah.
102. Okay,
AK 102.
Specific.
Yeah, anybody that is AK will know 102.
Yeah, and they recommend using the AC Unity 102 mag.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they're only like $12 or $15 a piece.
Yeah.
Too, so they're not.
The Bulgarian ones I hear are fantastic. They are just horrifically expensive.
Oh, okay.
The really good military Bulgarian ones.
What I had there was a Manticore Arms folding, and I call it like an AR-180 style stock. But when you pick up the rifle, it's surprisingly light.
Yeah.
Everybody goes like, "Wow, this is light." Yeah,
I agree on that.
It doesn't have that heavy feel about it. So
yeah, it felt. I didn't expect it to be that light. Actually, yeah, that was good. But that's a short video we put out, but I thought it was cool to shoot it, and I saw Foxtrot Mike did repost it somewhere, I think on Instagram. But the video's on YouTube /Hank Strange if you guys want to see it. And I've got some other stuff coming. I think we have the Scythe that we did also. That's coming up next. And you've got a gun you've been working on for BabyFace P, or is this yours right here? No, this looks like, is this the banana?
This one here is this is the Turkish one.
Oh, okay.
But when you go over here like this is the Benelli.
Okay.
So this is Patrick's over here. Mine over there. What we're so
Patrick
excited about.
Look at his face.
The sex right there.
But what we're so excited about is I'm taking this abortion of a 5-round magazine off of it that has this blocking mechanism here, so you can't put the original 7 in it, and this thing will allow you to put the original 7 in it.
And it looks beautiful. That parking matches perfectly.
It does look good. So okay.
What I'm doing, what Sten Parts is doing, is we're going to make mag tubes. I have the magazine springs already, American-made ones. We're going to be making a follower, and we're going to be making a mag cap. So that'll be like 4 U.S. parts. So I think after talking to the people who import the Turkish guns, they said that'll get around the 922R stuff.
Yep.
In that instance,
which 922R is stupid as fuck.
If you're concerned about that, a lot of folks aren't.
Yes.
So we're right now. The mag tubes are going to be done probably maybe tomorrow. I got to parkerize them, all that stuff. I got the springs.
Very
already.
Nice. Whenever we need to meet up.
Another fun thing we're going to do too, which for us crazy folks that like bayonets, I'm going to make this mag cap the same size as a M16 bayonet right on the end.
That'll be really nice.
And then we're going to make a lug that clamps on, so you can have the bayonet on your shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Patrick, did you have a question here before I?
No, I just we need to meet up so I can get a video done, and then we need to. I'm going to post about it. I'm excited. Partially, well, one because if anybody out there knows, if you look for Benelli aftermarket or anything like that, those tubes are horrifically expensive.
They can be.
So yes. I'm hoping Walter can make them at a gooder price.
They'll be at a gooder price. There's
a much gooder price.
There's one outfit out there that's making the tubes out of titanium, and I'm
those are crazy expensive.
I ain't spending $200 for a magazine tube or $300 for a magazine tube. There's no effing way.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
These are chrome moly seamless tubing, parkerized. It'll be parkerized like this one is. Yeah. So, and another thing right now, there's not a lot of them available. When you go to look for one, it's hard to find one. So
that was part of the problem, yeah.
I said, you know what? I need to fill that void. So we're going to do it.
Yeah, Shooting Gallery says, yes, we should all meet up. We need to, especially when the weather's nice. Mm-hmm.
But nothing nice about these Benellis, the Benelli and the Turknelli, the Turkish-made one. Mm-hmm. I've had this thing out shooting the cheap Walmart ammo. 1145, 1,200 feet per second. Boom, 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 boom. Run right after your gun too, Patrick. Boom, boom, boom.
There's
boom,
a turn of phrase that I like that says they fuck hard.
What?
with the
I missed this saying.
Ammo and everything. Hell yeah, they run. Okay. Oh, I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I've been working on.
That's cool. So when can people? I know this is the obvious question, right?
When can they get it?
When can people get it, and how can they find out info? Because
it's not on the website yet. Mm-hmm. If somebody wants just the tube, because you can use your standard Benelli spring or Turknelli spring, and the mag cap. If you just want to put a mag tube on it, make it longer.
Mm-hmm. It'll just have a little bit less tension, right, with the standard spring.
Well, one thing I noticed with the Benelli spring, it's even longer than the Turkish spring. But the spring I've got that I've made is the same size as the Turkish spring, and it runs just fine in the gun. So there's plenty of tension. That's not a problem.
Okay. Good.
But if I can't mark, I might mark this the Stenpart stuff where it says USA or something on it, or Stenpart.
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet. I can't mark a spring. It's a little impossible to mark a spring.
Yeah, that's true.
But
can you color it? Can you put like a little color code on there?
At some point, my thing is, if the ATF is looking at your guns for 922R compliance, you are in such deep shit that there's a lot else going on.
I have a feeling Bruin will destroy 922R.
I think so too.
Bruin is destroying everything. You see today, Ohio, they were challenging storage and magazine capacity. Boom, that got thrown out.
Yes. Bruin's changed everything. Bruin has been better for guns than what's the other one?
Heller.
Yeah.
Heller. Oh yeah, Bruin has been way better than Heller.
Well, the two of them together work together.
Oh god, yeah.
But as bad as it seems sometimes, we are gaining ground like crazy. So.
And I think the Supreme Court's going to take up. There is a case they could potentially take up that would be a good one, right?
There a couple.
Yeah.
Interested to see where Rahimi goes, but
I mean, if you keep working it this way, NFA could go away. So
we can go back to those $75 AKs. I'm down.
Well, that's import stuff. Hank Strange, that's all do with imports.
I know.
If you could import everything from all over the world, you'd have $150 AKs.
Oh, God, they'd be cheap.
I will import so many bullpups from England that don't work.
Well, you have
God. Nobody's ever imported a
You said, I think Walt said they destroy him, right? Or they still
yeah,
in service?
The Brits, the British L1A1, which is the British version of the L1 of the FN,
yes,
FAL. The British, those guns were all semi-auto.
yes, and they could have absolutely
and they cut they made them into parts kits. They cut the receivers up. We could have imported those as whole guns, but the Brits didn't sell them as whole guns. So the Brits they're a funny lot. I like them, but they're a funny lot. I got good British friends. But,
I mean, listen, I like them too. I like your friends that are British. We all have some British friends. But for the most
British
part,
friends that you have are liberty lovers, and they're not.
they're good.
Yeah.
One of the ones that was over here just recently, he had never shot a. I think maybe had shot a shotgun maybe once, but he went right from no shooting guns to machine guns. He was having a great time.
Yeah. By the way, Monder was in America briefly. Recently.
Oh, what was he doing here?
I think we were a stopover to the islands. I don't know if it's the Bimini or where the hell he was going to. He's going to some island to get his freak on. So shout out to him.
Get his freak on? Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to
sure he wasn't.
Shout out to Monder.
I don't think we talked about it either. The list that was dropped from Pedophile Island and the names on the Pedophile Island.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Was it true?
I spoke to Dark about it. Dark has done some stuff on this. I was talking to Dark and John and Rich about it. Yes,
they're flying logs, is what they are.
Yeah,
the logs off the airplanes.
Yes,
and there are people who. Jim Carrey was he the one that was on it that was threatening to sue a bunch of people because he's like, really? I never flew on that plane. Yeah, it turns out he is on it.
It is.
Yeah,
here it is.
I don't think he's going to be sued. Listen, a lot of these people are not going to sue. You know why?
No,
because
Discovery would kill them.
Discovery, yes.
There's got to be more disclosure. They got to prove they weren't on that airplane.
Yeah, you got to show your shit, which you don't really want to get into. But lots of people are on there, lots of politicians and stuff like that.
Oh, so. A lot of actors, a lot of performers, even female performers and stuff.
Oh, for sure. I mean, how do you think Hollywood corrupts you, or whatever it is, politics or the Illuminati? How do they corrupt you? They have to corrupt you in order to have some leverage over you, right? That's how that works.
One thing I found funny was I don't think Donald Trump's name was on that list.
Yeah, I mean, so far, but Trump
and they
also,
said for a long time that he's
on
that list. He went there. He's on that list. It's like I didn't see his name.
Let's just remember, everybody remember that the Gorilla Channel. Everybody thought the Gorilla Channel was real. Then we thought that the piss tapes were real. Then
being on Russian prostitutes. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's clean. That's clean.
That's clean.
That's That's nature's. Yeah, exactly. Come on now. Can't. Yeah.
I was not peeing with dudes. That's all. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah. It's an old saying. You got to do your dirt by your lonesome. Maybe. Well, it takes two to tango, but. Yeah.
But anyway, so what I was getting at when that list thing came in, I was like, they're reading it off, and I'm going, Bill Murray and Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
I'm going to assume everyone. Lots of politicians on there, right? Like Obama.
The only thing I can say
Clinton
is just because you own a plane doesn't mean that everybody use it to go to your island. There was one that I watched. Taylor Swift's got in trouble. The media got all up her coochie because her plane was used to transport some political dissident that the left didn't like, and she had to come out and be like, "Listen, I own the plane, but it sits on the tarmac and anybody can rent it. I don't know who's on it all the time." That's the only argument I can listen to.
Yeah, that may be true, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
but for the most part, those people were pedophiles and they were on that island.
Yeah, we don't really know, and I doubt there will be any intensive investigation into it.
No,
by the way, if anything happens, I think Lola's trying to figure out. I'm not going to do it unless we need to do it. She's trying to figure out if we could switch to another internet thing, but we'll see what happens. I'm trying to keep it seamless.
Of course, Billy Bob Clinton was on there too.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably a freak.
Do we really need all of this to know that these people are up to shit?
No, it's known.
Do we need it? No, because we all know it. But they will pretend like none of this happened. Like the media will be like, no, we don't know what you're talking about. None of this is happening. Of course not.
Yeah.
Oh,
But there's
one
always
thing
been
going
a lot
on.
of shit going on. Look at, like, for example, I think Puffy, like, one of his ex-girlfriends decided to, like, she was filing abuse claims on him. He immediately dropped some money on her. Immediately.
She was raped or something like that.
Yeah.
Or some.
But he immediately went to the bank account. The lawyers went and paid money, so that go away. Yeah. So that should tell you something.
Whatever.
Yeah. There's lots of shenanigans. Like, the music business is horrible, man. Politics, horrible stuff going on. Look, we saw, what's the name of the big booby chick we saw, like, all getting groped up in the, I mean, and it's not bad. I'm not gonna hate on a person for getting groped up.
If I was single and ready to mingle, I'd grope that too.
But these people are horny. Everybody's horny.
We're humans.
Again, back to what I said earlier. We're no different now than we were in 1776, or
not at all.
It's the same. Actors and all that stuff back then were the same way, and homosexuals in the same way, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody has camera footage of stuff I've done in movie theaters. Yeah. So listen, everyone. Yeah, we're human beings. We're human beings ultimately, but power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. All of these people getting up to lots of shit. So
thank you, Uncle Ben.
No, no surprises.
Thank you, Uncle Ben, for telling us to power.
Right. Is that who said that? No, I don't even know what that was.
Wait, Spider-Man, right? No, I don't know.
Was it? No, didn't he say, "With great power comes great responsibility"?
Comes great responsibility. There you go. You're right. Yeah, Uncle Ben didn't say that.
Yeah. Where's the what is that mask you're showing off, Walt?
Showing
gun shit.
My son Spencer has been cleaning up his room. You know, I don't know if you remember when I was a kid, and then you transition to being a little older. You end up with a lot of stuff in your room that you just don't use anymore. So he's cleaning out, and boom, this gas mask appears. And I'm like going, this is a decent gas mask. This is Amerikansky. So I stick it on my head. I put my hand over the filter thing. I inhale. I can't. So it works. I mean, it just might need a new filter, but I'm going to put it with the rest of the
it looks
equipment.
in good shape. Yeah, looks in good shape, right, Patrick? I don't know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, you guys take over the show here. I'm going to have to dip out for a second. Keep going. I've got Lola Lisa talk to me. Keep going. So, talk about masks. Talk about guns.
Does he know where he got it?
I don't remember where we acquired that, and I don't know.
This is one of those that just showed up.
Yeah, well, it could have came out from a gun show or something like that over the years. For a while, Will was kind of collecting gas masks.
That's what's that? An M40?
Let's see. Are they marked somewhere? What they are? Let's see here.
No, I think it's an M40. It's one of the Marine Corps gas masks, which they work fine. They work perfectly fine.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. The rubber's still all pliable. The elastic's still good.
Yeah, as long as it's good.
I just need
as long as the rubber's good.
Probably a new filter.
Yeah, I was wondering exactly how many. You said things we don't use anymore. How many single socks discarded into the corner and then strangely mummified with some kind of weird substance did you find cleaning up the room?
What?
They don't know what I'm talking.
Listen,
I
was
talking
a first worlder. I had toilets my entire life. I never had to worry about socks. Just saying.
Oh. Okay. Lola's here, by the way. Lola's like, what the hell are you talking about? Don't worry about it, Lola. This is science.
Really?
Yes, I'm talking about science.
Science
I'm talking about. Don't you worry about this, Lola.
She was blinded by science.
Yeah, science that every young man, every red-blooded American, every red-blooded young man out there in the world.
You're gross. Okay, you're gross.
Should be blind right now, is what you're going with.
Yeah. You'll shoot your eye out.
Blinded me with science. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So I think, what do we have, like 17 seconds here? We're going to come back in the next segment. I'm not going to switch over unless I need to here, but we're going to show some guns. Okay? We're going to show some gun stuff here. Once we come back. Shout out to everyone who's still in there hanging out with us in the chat. We will be right back.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC.
All right, so here we go. We're still rocking. By the way, I don't want to forget this because I'm wearing it. Look at the raindrop hoodie. Look at that.
Look at that cool ass.
Look at her.
That cool ass hoodie.
Speaking of, let me do.
There you go. Thinking about his Cybertruck. Thinking about his Cybertruck.
Yeah. Do you want to see my phone? What my phone thing looks like? But by the way, if you want the raindrop hoodie, you got to go to stemparts.com. It's on stemparts.com. The raindrop hoodie.
Stemparts.com.
If you're trying to, okay, you know what? It is okay. It's good without the hoodie, but once you put on the hoodie, it gets super warm. Mm-hmm. Super warm in here. Oh, I was gonna show you guys. What was I gonna do? I was gonna show you what my lock screen looks like. Is that what I was gonna do? I think so.
You were gonna show gun pictures.
Oh, was that?
You were gonna show
I don't think I was gonna show gun pictures.
You were gonna show guns.
Oh, let me just show. Can I show my lock screen for 1 second, Lola? Do you
Oh,
mind?
Lola is laying down the smack.
Just show guns.
No, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Look, it's
just
too
show
late.
Guns.
It's too late. I already showed it. Boom, there you go. All right. Okay, cool. We could go back to where are you going?
Sorry, Walter.
You're supposed to be.
Patrick.
What was that?
Lola said sorry. Don't apologize.
Oh, that's okay. It's all right. I'm fine.
We all get obsessive over our things.
Yeah, we have these.
Yeah.
Lola thinks we're fighting, by the way. I don't know. Does anyone out there actually think this is not a fight? We could get into a knockdown, drag out.
All right, move
I you know what? I'm like, get the thing, and I don't have to. I can check it out. I don't have to buy one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You have it. I get to drive it.
Oh, for sure. The minute I don't listen, that's the thing. I don't even know when I'm getting one of those things, but we'll see. We'll see. So we're gonna talk guns. Let's start with this because this is a really cool gun we have not shot that we do need to shoot when we all get together. Oh, let me see. Can I get it to fully focus? Come on, stay focused. Oh, look at that. Look at that thing right there. Oh, that is a beauteous gun right there. The GSP from Walther. As put back together by Patrick. You're going to be doing this once you get everything going, right? You're going to be restoring
Full time,
stuff,
hopefully.
Patrick? Yeah.
Hopefully, full time soon.
Yep. So that's that. Walther. Walther had a Walther. I don't know what he showed. What's this here?
Do you want to see my Walther again?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. Walther Model 8 that I purchased from
I should have bought it. Should have bought it when I had a chance.
the gun shop that
I should have bought this thing. This is my gun.
Gallery works at down in Venice.
Yeah.
So Walther Model 8. This is made, I think, from the 20s all the way to probably the end of World War II, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think somewhere right around there. I was looking on this one to see if it had any Nazi proof marks, but I haven't been able to find any. So
Probably not. I think yours is older.
yeah, it's
Okay.
yeah. I think it's. I don't know what. But anyway, it's a cool gun.
Pre-Nazification.
Cool gun.
Mm-hmm.
32 auto.
Yeah. So if it had the Nazi stuff, just for people who want to know what that means, then it would be more valuable.
I mean, it's worth more money. Yeah.
Show the age
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Okay.
More collectible. More collectible.
Because it will be World War II era or somewhere before that. By the way, 22s. I was looking at my guns because I'm going to probably sell a couple of guns. I've got so many 22s, man. We got to do another 22 video. I think I've just been stacking 22s, including that gun I was just
It's the best caliber. I won't argue.
Speaking of 22s, this is a 22.
Yeah. So
With the
what are we looking at?
CMMG 22 kit built into a pistol. So
Yeah. Have we shot this?
Yeah. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've used it.
And this looks like a takedown barrel, right? Is this a takedown barrel? That
no.
looks like it. Oh, okay.
No, this is old school free floating handguard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
It
no,
looks
it's
like
got
I have a takedown barrel like that. That looks exactly like.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just a basic 22. Let's shoot it. Yeah.
Yeah. That is very nice. Patrick, do you have some guns to show off?
Let's see.
I know you got some stuff around there. You've been dropping. Have you been reloading again? Is that why your dog is dropping ammo?
They haven't been doing hardly anything.
Okay.
Here's some old school. Well, new school, old school. Oh, check out that.
Okay.
Big old long boy.
Mm-hmm. Is it how's
that.
the weight on that?
With the proper sling and everything. This thing, it's an M16A4. It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
But if you've never fired an M16, you need to, because they are so much fun to shoot.
It's not heavy. This is heavy.
I mean, yes, compared to like an FAL, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about the weight, because and a lot of times they seem like they're going to be heavy, but when you handle those old school guns, they're not really heavy.
They're
heavy.
Okay, it's not heavy. It's aluminum. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weight and the size. It's the way a 5.56 was supposed to be fired.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to hear that, but that was how a 5.56
It was designed with a 22-inch with a 20-inch barrel.
Yep. And it shoots magnificently. Gentle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great gun. M16s are great to shoot.
By the way, this is Night Train in his raindrop hoodie. Yeah.
Nice.
He looking good.
Gangster.
Looking good.
Gangster out there. You don't want to run into Night Train. You don't want to get murked out with a dude wearing that raindrop hoodie. By the way, did I tell you I went to the 511 store over here, and they had quite a few raindrop camo stuff.
That's what you were telling
It's coming
me.
back.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for you two bastards, I would have no idea what I was looking at. I was like, oh, here's a hat. Oh, here's a shirt.
Raindrop
what is your problem?
Raindrop is one of those camo patterns that you can wear it, and it doesn't look like you're wearing camouflage. In the traditional sense, you don't come across as being all camoed up when you have a raindrop on. So
Yeah, it's almost like the Matrix. I wonder if you could put some Matrixy shit in there and do a Matrix raindrop. The Hank Strange version. The next one should be the Hank Strange Matrix version. Huh?
Matrix.
How you like them apples? Is that Chromie I hear screaming in the background?
That's no. Chromie's in the bath. That is Big Dog wanting to get out of his crate because Mommy and Chromie's taking a bath right now.
Oh, okay. He's not included.
No, Big Dog still isn't perfectly potty trained. So if we can't watch him, he goes in his crate.
So you're officially like a 2-dog family now.
I don't want to say yes, but I don't know that we're getting rid of him.
Oh, okay. If anyone out there is looking for a good dog,
he seems to think that he lives in our house full time, so he is a good chance that we're keeping him. But
okay, I guess you're gonna have to chip him up. Have to chip him. So the other gun I want to show off here, it's an old school gun. Look at that.
The Colt
Look at
Paisley.
that. Like, my old Colt. That I had to give I had to barter, give Walther guns, money, a car, some gold bullion.
Cybertruck. One Cybertruck, please.
Oh, damn it.
Over my dead body.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. There you go. I got to find the handles for this, Patrick.
we can find those. It just depends on how much you want to spend. If you want like real nice originals.
You want original ones? You want reproduction ones?
Yeah.
I mean, so the ones that are on here, the one that's not broken, that's original, you're saying, right, Patrick?
We also could technically there's the Ghetto Luger. We could fix some of those chips with some acrylic. It's not perfect, but it would work.
Well, what would a original replacement handle on this side in this color cost?
I'd have to look. Depends on how many of the gun was made. Depends on a lot of things.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I want to get it all. I want to get it all the way back. So.
And I need to know. I'd have to look to see what year it is, and everything else that goes into it.
Yeah, wasn't this one like a 1904? I think this is 1904. I think so. Shout out to Dark. I see. Was this older than 19? This was older than that, right? I gotta look.
I don't remember.
I can't remember right now.
You got some bullets too, didn't you?
Yes, I think I have those right here. These are the.
Who's gonna pull a trigger the first time?
I'll do it.
Are you scared?
I'd love to.
I'd do it too. Yeah.
I think I will do it.
That thing is made to eat 4440.
Look at that. Each one of you, I will give you one bullet. That you
One bullet.
This is the only box I got right here. I don't even know. I think
One bullet.
I don't know if you could even see this one bullet that I.
Not
I don't know.
focusing
I don't
very
know
well,
how I would. You know what? I'm probably gonna have to go to like the phone or something like that to show you guys. Let's see if I can do that. I'll just go to the phone.
Well, I got also a couple boxes of Carcano ammo. I finally got some of that.
I would love to shoot
Look,
the Carcano.
there you go. There's the round. There's the box.
That's old school cowboy gun there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so
I got
let's
some
get more of
the
those.
proper stripper clips for the Carcano.
That's very impressive.
Plus, my friends, I got some 6.5 Jap and some 7.7 Jap ammo.
You got everything right now.
I have two of those guns also. I have one each of the 6.5 and 7.7. I've never shot them, and I want to do that too. So I was thinking that's kind of a World War II theme thing there. K98 Mauser, M1 Garand, carbine. I got a French
Moss?
7.5 Moss, yeah, whatever, yeah. It could get really complicated.
DLD says, I have an original 1851 Colt Navy revolver that was carried and used in the Civil War.
This is Dark?
Dark, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a really neat one that his family member used in the Civil War, which is pretty cool.
Sweet.
That's even cooler.
Yeah, it has lineage that he can trace back to a family member carrying it, and I think it might have a picture of the family member. It's neat. It's super, super neat.
Yeah. So the Colt is a Bisley 1906.
Yep.
1906 Bisley. So that's what.
So
we're looking
it's
at.
Yeah, I mean, I did all right in that deal. In the end, in my opinion. I mean, you did all right because you wanted the thing. I did exceptionally well in that thing.
I'm happy.
What? Yes. No, you did.
Yeah. It was. I had to keep throwing shit at Walter until he was like, okay. All right.
I got me a jackal. I got me a fucking jackal, and I got me a retro AR from Barnauls, a green one.
Yes. Yeah.
You need some A4 though, and I need to. I'm still, I'm a little under the weather. I'm a little anemic when it comes to money at the moment, but this thing still needs PEC 2 and an ACOG, and then we are ready to take this out hunting at night in the woods. Did
you go out to Senior's place with some?
Yeah, that's the badass ACOG though. That's a machine gun one, right?
This thing is massive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big old heavy one. No, I didn't get a chance to go out to Camp Calvert.
I traded one of my 50 caliber uppers for this thing. So
that one is supposed to go on like a full heavy machine gun sort of thing.
Like a 308 machine gun.
Yeah, big honkers.
Oh, what is that?
Where's Chromie?
What is that thing worth right there?
Marley, bring the child.
The child.
Bring the boy. Go fetch the boy.
Ghostbusters, bring the child.
Oh, that was in the one?
Ghostbusters 2 with Vigo, the Carpathian.
Vigo, the Carpathian.
How about better yet?
That's funny.
Better yet, when they're in the restaurant, Belushi and the other one. How much for the children? How much for the children?
That was good. Those Ghostbusters were good. The ones they've done lately, not as good.
Yeah.
But DLD says that was my great great grandfather. So there you go. Awesome. Yeah, we do need to get together, get some shooting in, get some videos done, get those up. We need to do it while the weather's nice.
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen here. There's a bunch of things going on. I know Walt's going to SHOT Show.
SHOT Show, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm balling too. I'm staying at the Palazzo, everything, man.
Okay, cool. And then I think John and Rich are going to be out there also.
Yep, going to be out there. Yep.
Is I don't know, is Dark or is Joe Shooting Gallery going to be?
Joe's not. No, Joe's not going.
Okay. He's got work and stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't know if DLD is going, right?
No,
he can tell us in the chat.
Yeah, you can tell us in the chat, Dark, if you are going.
In the chat.
Or if anyone else out there is going either, you could hit these guys up. Walter will be there, but you're not going to have a booth, right, Walt? So you'll be
No, we're not.
roaming.
We're not exhibiting anymore. No exhibiting.
Yeah.
So this is just. We don't have to be up at the crack of dawn. We don't have to stay till the end.
You will be an official Hank Strain representation, though.
Yes, I'll be repping for the strange crew. Yeah.
Yeah. You better watch yourself out there.
I'll be representing. I won't. I promise I won't do nothing wrong. I promise.
Yeah. That's right. You better keep the shine on the plantation.
Rich will do that for me.
Oh, right.
Are you bringing the baby over here, Marley?
Oh my God.
Guess not.
No, I don't. Rich is he's had a lot of fun going to these things, right?
He's had a lot of what?
He's had a lot of fun going to the.
Oh yeah.
I did not get to show off a freshly bathed boy.
Here we go. Oh,
hey, Mom.
boy.
Oh, look at Happy Pup.
There's
It's Happy
Marley.
Pup.
You ready for
Oh,
bed?
look at that.
Yeah.
You say hi.
Say hello.
There you go.
Ready for nap time?
Yeah. It's bedtime.
Yeah, he's having
Okay,
a good old
there we
time.
go.
He's having a good old time. Good to see him. Good to see Marley. Good to see Marley also out there. Yeah, they're having fun. That's a good baby. He's not like a Damien baby. If you had a Damien baby, we probably wouldn't.
What is a Damien baby?
A demon.
You never saw those. Well, it's the older movies. They used to have them in the 60s and the 70s, where a baby's born and he's like the second coming of the Antichrist. You've never seen that stuff?
No.
Dark says he'll be out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, the last time I went to the SHOT Show where we weren't exhibiting was way back in 2004.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was me. Just me and Peggy. We had a lot of fun. So, yeah, it's a whole different thing when you're not working, so to speak.
Yeah. I think this will also be fun, and we will go live. I don't know exactly the timing, but we will go live with Walter and Rich, at least, if not John and everyone else, at some point while Walt's out there at the show. And I think Walt will get a couple of things. Some stuff is probably going to go up on Safety Harbor, and we'll do maybe something to go up on Hank Strange as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Plus, we're going to try to. We're coming out. The plan is to have 2 new patches.
Okay.
One 50 cal themed patch, which is going to be a Star Wars themed patch, and a new SHF palm tree patch. Because Peggy wants to meet up with the patch people, because there's a whole group that go to the SHOT Show just to do patches. So
yeah, you guys have to find Milspec Monkey. Someone let me know if Milspec Monkey still does SHOT Show. Why not? He's like the godfather of the patch world. But there's a bunch of other guys that I've met, like newer guys as well, who are out there. So
yeah, there's a whole group that's all they do is just hunt patches and trade patches and yeah. And so Peggy was the patch hound at Safety Harbor Firearms. She's the one that made the deals and all this stuff, and so she wants to do that out there at SHOT too. So
what I've seen people do is have those albums that you could put patches in. And they walk around with the albums, and you can open it up for albums for patches you want to trade and stuff like that. That's what I've seen in the past. So, especially if you're moving, I know you guys used to do the patch board at the show. Yeah, so
that's how we have our wall of patches in the shop, which is
amazing.
So we'll get some more this time around, and
I think it'll be cool. I'll be doing the Tampa RV show. But at night, I think with the timing between Florida and Vegas, we should be able to get maybe 1 or 2 things in. We'll do some stuff. We'll do some stuff on here. I don't think you'll be able to go live because I think YouTube still has that policy you can't handle guns and stuff. So I don't know about going live. Someone will have to tell me if they're still doing that nonsense.
What if you're not handling them?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're showing them, you could get away with it, but
as long as you're not touching them and picking them up, I mean.
But if someone shows it, I don't know, man. It's real stupid what
we did some live last time at SHOT.
Yeah, well, we did it live here. You guys were live, and then we were going through Player. We weren't on YouTube. When we were doing it, we weren't. I don't think we were on YouTube. So, You know, Night Train says, enjoy the kids when they're young because they grow up and they turn into monsters. Just imagine yourself, and then there's a little version of you that comes along that you love, and then they grow up and they're just as bad as you were.
I wasn't that bad, so speak for yourself.
Okay.
So far, he's really good. I hope he stays that way.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years' experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
All right, so far it looks like we're still good. I don't know what kind of time we have left here. So, but you know, we're going to soldier on right now. What else do we have to talk about? What other stuff? What's in the news and all that going on with folks out there? I'm going to
Folks in Ohio got some relief on their gun storage and magazine capacity.
That's good.
That's good. Another Bruin related decision.
Yeah. What was this? So Patrick had put this article up there, and I know it's a little confusing, Patrick, but
I don't know. I don't know the answer.
AR-15 magazine round bag found in. So I'm going to start again. This is the headline: AR-15 magazine round bag found in classroom since California area high school on lockdown. So it says a California area high school in Washington County was put on lockdown Wednesday after an AR-15 round bag was found in a classroom. The district said a teacher noticed the bag on her classroom floor. There was no magazine, ammunition, or gun inside the bag. California Borough Police were called and the high school was put on lockdown. The district said all lockers were checked by administration and nothing additional was found. We take all additional threats. Personally, I don't... Yeah, what's this all about?
Okay, you find an empty bag. If there was a threat, wouldn't the bag have something in it?
Yeah, I mean, so this might have been a tactical bag, but it was used for another purpose or something, right?
I have no idea what any of this.
So my question is also, as they rummaged through everybody's lockers, what else did they find?
Well, they obviously didn't find any guns.
Well, but that doesn't mean they didn't find other things.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, I don't know what the AR-15 round bag is.
I don't know what that means.
Is that like
AR-15 magazine round bag? AR-15 magazine round bag.
There's bags that are designed to put empty mags in, like drop bags or whatever.
Yeah, tactical pouches and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but how does that signify? How does that say gun? Because it's camouflage.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't understand it. I think it's a good thing that Patrick brought it up, and maybe someone else here at some point is going to find
terrified of everything. It would seem.
Yeah. So that was something interesting in the news. I'm looking through to see if there's any other news stuff we need to touch. I know we don't want to get back on the whole Cybertruck thing and get into it, but it was interesting that a Florida man. Tesla Cybertruck delivery event. Florida man arrested in Austin after allegedly threatening mass casualty event. So,
hang on a second here.
That is a little wild.
Florida man arrested in Austin threatening mass casualty.
But he was in Austin, Texas when he threatened him?
Yeah, he was in Texas. I think this, from me reading the article, this guy was a little crazy and tired of his life.
A little?
A little? You think?
Yeah. So it's always Florida man. It's always like no matter where you came from, when something happens, it's Florida man.
Only way it should be, if you came from Ohio and moved to Florida, you're not a Florida man. Okay. If you came from New Jersey and you live in Florida, you're not a Florida man. I'm qualifying this, because everybody.
How many? So what if you came from Jersey a long time ago? Like I've been living in Florida since 2003. Do I qualify for Florida?
I came from Illinois, but I've been in Florida for 50 freaking years, so I think I qualify as a Florida
Okay,
man,
so
but-
50 years, just 20 years gated.
Well,
Oh, no.
Okay, for half your life, then you can qualify as a thing.
Half your, oh, damn it. Okay.
Hank can be a Florida man, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I
Florida man is a feeling at heart. It's not being
State of
a Florida
mind.
man is not. Yeah, it's a state of mind. That's right. It's a state of being.
How about a lack of mind? That's a Florida.
You were
man.
born
Yes.
in Tampa and you have a dolphin tattoo.
The sun
Oh, shit.
beats down on your brain a little bit, and you become a Florida man.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
The transformation.
Yeah. So anyway, I think those are the news things that's out there for talking about. We are over 9 o'clock, so I probably should wrap it up here before we lose the internet. I think we were discussing this. We will be back next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
know.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, we should be back next week, and then we'll probably call that it for the year after next week's show, and then we'll try to come back to you guys sometime after we get into New Year. Time's moving really fast, so and I know like Walter has some stuff to do.
Moves really fast.
Yeah. Patrick's going to be doing some stuff. I've got Lola's family's coming in, so we're all going to be hanging out and stuff like that. So that should be fun. Seriously, I'm looking forward to it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to be stuff going on. The kids, you know, I've got one off in school and all that. So I think the holiday is a good time to take a break and then come back. So I'm going to let Patrick tell you guys how you can communicate with him, etc. Where his videos are going up that he's supposed to get his butt into doing.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP. Instagram. If you want to communicate with me, just hop on Instagram or Facebook. Instagram's better. Instagram babyfaceP on Instagram. Baby_faceP on Instagram. I do have a couple things coming. I've got a little lack of motivation lately that I'm waiting on. I need to get some stuff done, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there, boys.
Okay, cool. And then Walter, what about for you? For everyone who wants to follow your social media activities for when you go off to SHOT Show?
Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for Safety Hour Firearms. For the same for Dirtfoot Racing, and there's stenparts.com. I just did a video yesterday working on Dirtfoot Racing, making a front axle for the mini bike I'm working on. So I hope to get back. Speaking of motivation, back on that and get that project wrapped up. But yeah, that's how you can. And if you have questions or you have something you want to order or something like that, the fastest way to get us is use a telephone.
Dial the numbers.
I mean, if you order online, that's one thing, right? Yeah. But if you got questions or you're not sure about something, fastest way is the old telly. So
yeah, and pass that on to a friend, because a lot of people on social media believe that that's how that you can communicate with Walter, which is not. But if you want to call, easiest, fastest thing to do is
toll free 800. Da, 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 blah, da, da, da. Call
they
now.
actually know how to say words and speak things.
Yes.
A lot of people just don't do it anymore. So that's the way
I get it.
I
I get it. I mean, I do it sometimes too, and but there's a time when you just gotta pick it up and see what happens. So
absolutely. On my part, you guys, we've got tons of social media and things like that we're gonna keep in touch with you guys through, including Stranger Palooza, which we're putting videos up there. I've got stuff that went up there yesterday and continues to go up. Stranger Palooza over 40,000 subscribers, actually like 41,000 plus.
Beating me.
Subscribers at this point.
That's good.
That's so awesome. Patrick, I'm telling you, man, you got some more viral stuff in you, man. I'm pretty sure
I know.
That didn't sound good. That didn't sound good at all.
The Florida man shit is in there.
You got to be careful.
Hey, speaking of viral stuff, Flying Rich is going to come down to see me on Thursday. We're going to get together and do a little ogging. Some og stuff. Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah.
We'll see what comes out of that.
Yeah, that is cool. All right, so that's it for us. Thanks to you guys. We'll see you next week, or appreciate everyone hanging out with us here and even taking the time. I know these things got split up and everything, so much love to everyone for coming back over here. I am going to hit the buttons right now, and we are out of here. We'll see you guys.
Oh, bye.